Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Bart, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Another warm day. Yesterday, it was 81. Today, we won't have as much sun. We could see some showers, maybe even a thunderstorm this afternoon, and a high of 74. So it looks like we might get some rain today, tomorrow, and Thursday.
Really? Let's take a look outside, see what it looks like now. Our current conditions, kind of, we haven't had 2 nice days in a row, have we yet? Have we? Maybe we have.
Saturday and Sunday.
So I wasn't here, that's the problem.
That's why.
But yeah, Saturday and Sunday, of course, were both nice. So, yeah, thanks to Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More. Visit heatandcoolwithus.com. We were out in Concord last night, and I wondered if you noticed that Napa Auto Parts on the corner that's for sale.
That's it's for sale.
Mill Pond frontage. Don't you think something could be there?
Yeah.
Not a restaurant, but like another, like a Standard Oil.
Well, it's next to a restaurant that has been home to about 8 failed restaurants.
Yes, I know that. But it seems like it's a really nice little spot. Anyways, I enjoyed it.
Well, Andy scouted real estate in Concord last night as he was looking for a bathroom.
Yeah, you ever had to do that?
Yeah.
I did.
I thought you knew where all the good bathrooms were.
I do, and so I was heading in. I left Concord, and I thought, well, I'll head to one of my favorite bathrooms, which is the Spring Arbor University Fieldhouse, obviously. Pretty good, right?
It's closed.
It's closed. And so I ended up at the Spring Arbor McDonald's bathroom, which was wonderful. Thank you very much to the Stephen Hogwood-owned McDonald's in Spring Arbor for allowing me to use the bathroom. It was very, very nice. Thank you.
The Dallas Mavericks won the NBA draft lottery, and a lot of people are saying that's rigged.
Brandon talked me out of that this morning because that's the first thing I came in with. And then we thought, well, if it was rigged, why did Zion Williamson go to New Orleans?
Oh, the ping ball thing, ping pong ball. They picked it's like the lottery. It's a lottery.
Yeah. It was the first time the Pistons weren't in the NBA lottery in a long time.
It used to be like our Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was our thing. You know, who are we going to
NBA
get?
finals.
What pick are we going to get?
Yeah.
Because
Is it true only 14 teams get in the lottery?
yeah, I think it's the teams that don't make the
Teams
playoffs.
that don't make the
The
playoffs.
teams that don't make the playoffs.
Right, and now that you have these play-in teams, I don't even know if they're in. So
The Knicks and Timberwolves are both up 3-1, likely to wrap that up. And both Edmonton and Carolina in the NHL are just 1-1 away from their conference
cool.
final championships.
Live softball on JTV tomorrow night. We've got a double header. Napoleon, led by Coach Joshua Burgett, taking on the Lumen Christi Titans, led by Coach Robert Rozak and assisted by David Furness and Brian Knoll. And we will have that game. It's really the coaches are the highlight of this game for me, seeing what they do. So I'm excited. Thanks to Minuteman Sewer and Drain for helping us bring you live high school softball, the first ever live high school softball game on JTV.
I think I'm going down to Nostalgia Inc. today.
Okay.
And I'm going to look for the hottest trading card that Topps has ever produced.
Ever?
Can you guess what it is? Ever. The hottest trading card.
Tops.
Very recent, too.
Oh, recent. I was
Yeah.
going to say like a Honus Wagner style card.
No.
No, you show me.
It's not even baseball. It is the Pope.
Is that a Pope rookie card?
It is. It's actually, it is the Topps Now card.
Is that real? Because if it is, I need it.
It is real. It set an all-time record for any non-sports card within that brand. 133,535 copies sold as of yesterday afternoon. And these Topps Now cards are printed to order and made to commemorate milestone events, then sold individually for a limited time.
Could you
So-
imagine just being Topps and I was like, hey, we'll just put the Pope on a card?
Yeah.
Wow. What do they go for? Do we know how much?
I don't know.
Does Pope have to sign a contract to be on the card? Can they just put his name on the card and sell it, or do they have to
I
get
don't
his
know.
permission?
Yeah. Can you use the Pope's does a percentage of the sales go to the Catholic Church?
No.
I can say that.
Yeah. I'd like to see him throw the first pitch at a Chicago baseball game.
I would love to see that. That would be crazy.
It'd have to be the White Sox.
Now, the Pope, do you think the Pope will visit the United States a little bit more frequently than the previous regime of popes?
They all come.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, do you think he'll come a couple times a year?
No,
Just the one time?
one time.
One time per year?
If even that.
Well, he's got to visit his brothers.
They'll go visit him.
You think? Mm-hmm. You don't think they'll go to a restaurant in Chicago? I know.
No, pizzeria.
I bet the Pope's brothers are having a hard time going anywhere
Yeah.
themselves because, they're celebrities themselves.
The Pope's childhood home had been purchased 3 months ago. It was a drug house. A flipper bought it, and he put it on the market for like $200,000, and they didn't know it was the Pope's childhood home. Well, they found that out. They pulled it off the market, and now the guy thinks he's won the lottery.
Well, he probably has won the lottery. I wonder what is that worth? This is the first time that you've ever had a Pope childhood home in the United States. It's probably worth. It's priceless,
know.
right? It's probably priceless.
Well, it's summer, and the summer season is upon us. Tonight, the City Council is going to approve a lot of festivals and events. One they won't approve is the Jackson Hispanic Heritage Festival. Organizers have said they are not going to have it this year. They said the current political climate has created an environment that challenges the safety, unity, and celebratory spirit that this festival is meant to honor. Well, that's too bad.
It is too bad. That was a good event.
It was very popular,
Yeah, it
and
was.
people are upset about this.
I'm sure they are.
So,
I'm sure they are. It was a great event.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it comes back. We know the organizers. We'll talk
they say
to
they're
them.
going to bring it back. Some of the events have been canceled. We had the pandemic, and then people canceled things during then, and then when they came back, it was like, wow, this is a lot of work
Right.
to put this thing on. The Rose Parade, for one. It's
Gus
like,
Macker.
Oh my God, we can't do it. Gus Macker. So there have been a number of festivals that have just been hard to bring back because it takes so much volunteer power and sponsorships and so on. So
And time of year is a big deal too. With Gus Macker, we weren't able to have the summer date, so they gave us May 31st, which was very difficult. So we'll see what happens, but so much
Yeah.
to do. All you lakefront homeowners, it's time now to call Belfi Aquatic Engineering for all of your lakefront needs, docking systems, and accessories. Call Adam over at Belfi Aquatic Engineering, belfibros.com.
have you been invited to any summer weddings?
No.
Oh, wow, I have. I'll be going to one in July, and it turns out in the state of Michigan, the hottest wedding venue in the state of Michigan is not a barn up in Allendale, but it's the Michigan Central Depot. Brides are rushing to
Whoa.
book this. It's already had a handful of weddings. There are 30 booked for 2025.
What's that cost?
$50,000 to $65,000 for 10 hours.
Just to rent the
Just
place.
to rent the place, and it comes with nothing. You have to bring in all your stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You got to be
You got to be rich.
rich, or you got to be willing to go into debt. And
Yeah.
this is why I got married during the Great Recession. So we didn't have to worry about things like that.
Well, you didn't have to worry about it.
What are you
Your
talking
parents
about?
did.
Well, that's not completely how it went, but either way, it was still recession. It was still a recession.
What year did you get married?
2007, and a lot of people think the recession started in 2008. It did not. It started in 2007. And I know this because of the dollar amount of the wedding gifts I got. So that's all I'm
Maybe
saying.
your wedding
Sorry.
sparked.
No, you're not. You, Brandon, you gave a wonderful
I
gift.
did my best. I think I did pretty good.
You did.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
gift. I have no
Appreciate that.
issues with you.
Yeah, thank you.
None.
Your
whatsoever.
wedding sparked the recession.
I think it did. It did spark the recession. Yeah, it did spark the recession. That was fun.
Also tonight, the city council, besides, tonight they're approving a resolution that names this week Police Week.
Police week.
Law Enforcement Week.
Okay.
And it started yesterday. They're naming it today. So they're a little bit behind. I don't know why. Why wouldn't they name it in advance?
Well, maybe
of
the
week?
information just, I don't know.
We missed a whole day of the official proclamation.
Shoot.
But it likely will happen tonight. Also, the council will be approving the sale of city-owned property located at 414 North Jackson Street. It was called the Jackson Business Incubator for many years, but and then it was like the Inventors Network place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Makerspace.
Yeah,
Jackson Makerspace.
Yeah. So it's being sold. If the city approves it tonight, too, guess who's buying it?
AutoZone.
Collier Gibson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And if Collier Gibson sounds
Wow.
familiar to you, that's the firm that is buying the Hayes.
Wow. Very good.
But it's radio silence about the Hayes.
Yeah.
Because the previous developer, J. Jeffers Company, is suing the city because they want that. They think they have a deal. Collier Gibson,
I think
thinks
they have a deal too, yeah.
so we have two developers that want the Hayes, and they're both mired in legal messes. But in the meantime, Collier Gibson is going to buy that building. Maybe they're going to
Listen, if I was Collier Gibson, that's exactly what I would do. I would say, hey, look, this is how serious we are.
Yeah.
Watch this.
I think that maybe that's kind of demonstration. Okay, you maybe the Collier Gibson said, all right, city, do you have a piece of property that you just can't not unload?
Here, we'll take it. There,
Yeah.
look, we're in Jackson. Now we're going to get the Hayes
Right.
going.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
Well, the property itself, you know,
it's just a big property.
it is a big manufacturer. Guess how much they're paying for
I
that?
hate the guess. 180,000.
220,000.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so prime
Prime
but it's probably
block.
got all kinds of environmental.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of EPA requirements.
Yeah,
Interesting.
we've also got an EPA problem over on North Street.
Is
You
that
know
what's-
that factory that burned down?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's still standing.
We're going on 3 years now.
Yeah, well, guess what? There is a contract now with North American Dismantling Corporation to begin the first phase of demolition. This is going to take years.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
And the state has to approve it before they can start. And the state's given no indication of when they're going to approve the demolition of this.
A lot of red tape.
Yeah, so it's going to sit. Now, the owner of the building,
Didn't the person buy it like 3 days before?
it
that?
never closed.
Oh, okay.
But they're not on the hook.
Well, no, it was a natural disaster.
No, it's not a natural disaster.
Looked like a natural disaster to me. Hey, my birthday's coming up. Let's digress over to something more important. My birthday is coming up, and I've decided what I would like.
How old are you going to be?
43. Which is like, who cares, right?
Well, you do. I've already purchased your present.
You have. I would like a private jet.
Okay.
I would. I'd like a private jet.
Well, you know,
I want that one from
That's a nice
Qatar. Or is it Qatar?
Qatar. It's Qatar. Everyone for years thought it was Qatar, but since the Olympics, we all know it's now Qatar.
Olympics or World Cup?
You know, there will be 2 Air Force Ones that may be available for sale pretty soon when the new
The Qatar Force one?
Flying Palace becomes the possession of the United States.
Personally, I would. No, I do want a private jet, but I don't know if I would accept it from.
Have you seen pictures of that Flying Palace, the 747-900?
I'd like to see
I
it.
don't know how it gets in the air.
It's heavy. Well, you know, quad turbojet engines, Bart. I'm sure. it's
Guess
exact-
where that plane is right now?
Dulles.
San Antonio.
Really? Yes. So awesome.
It's in San Antonio, and apparently there are people working on it.
I would love to see this plane. I would like the plane. I'd like to ride in the plane. It's time now for Love Living in Jackson, presented by Heather Herndon and the entire Herndon team at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. And annually in the spring, we are treated to the beauty of blooming daffodils in large quantities in the Ellis Sharp Park and Cascades. In 2012, the Jackson County Daffodil Society and Area Lions Clubs were the first to plant 2,500 daffodil bulbs in the Cascades Park. In 2019, it was estimated that over 100,000 bulbs have been planted between the Cascade Falls and Ellis Sharp at 4th Street. Another reason why we love living here, thanks to Heather and the entire Herndon team at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services.
We should make a festival out of our daffodils. You know, up in
daffodil.
Holland, they make the biggest deal about them, and they attract 500,000 people.
For tulips.
Is it tulips?
Tulip
Oh,
festival.
we should then, okay, they got tulips, we
Yeah.
got daffodils.
I would do that, yeah. I've never been to Holland for the Tulip Festival, but I have a feeling that Brandon has. You have.
Brandon has, yeah.
That's, you know, he's,
Yeah.
To the actual Holland.
he's
They
a
have
Holland
They have a
guy.
parade, and the Holland High School marching band, they march in wooden shoes.
You're kidding me.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
We need more things like that.
Lucas Olson went to the
Really?
Tulip Festival.
Interesting.
Lucas Olson went?
Yeah, he's been to the
Did
Tulip.
he send any
did go.
pictures?
No, he didn't send any pictures. Great event coming up, the Tunnel to Towers 5K Run Walk. It's this Saturday. Support this great organization. And it's at the Cascades Falls. Race starts this morning. I heard this morning, Saturday morning. Like this morning, are you kidding me? No, it's Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, so sign up for that. Show today brought to you by Cafe Fuel, located right across the street
You know,
at
I was at
Wheeling
Cafe
Rapids.
Fuel the other day, and they have this blend. They have different blends. I think M36 coffee.
Really?
Yeah, and they have one blend which I had to look closely at. I think it's from Rwanda. We might even have a picture of it.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, we do. M36 coffee, and look real close to the description.
Direct trade women's.
Women's coffee. So I was going to get a cup of it, and they said, excuse me, sir, this is women's coffee.
Where was this?
Cafe Fuel.
Really? I'm going to go over there and ask because I got to figure out what's going on right
like-
now.
Really?
Women's coffee. I've never heard of such a thing. I've heard of men's coffee. I'm just kidding. It's ridiculous.
Who's on the show today?
We have a wonderful show lined up. We're going to meet some great teachers from East Jackson schools. We have Laura Punches and Ashley Winterstein, and they will join us right after this quick break. Stay with us.